little technical difficulty, but we are live. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's crack-a-lacking out there? What's up, baby girl?
Oh, just, the same old, same old. Same old,
We're
same
doing the
old.
do.
Doing the do. You know it. You know it.
That's right, baby girl.
So we got a lot of crazy
right.
going on, huh? A lot of crazy stuff going
Yeah,
on.
man, we got some crazy shit crack-a-lacking, man, in TSOA land. You guys like hearing the truth about corruption in CDCR and conditions of confinement, man? Hit the like button, share our shit. Let's get this thing rolling. Subscribe. I mean, really, let's do this damn thing, man. We've been at this for a while now, man, and I gotta say, I've covered we've covered many aspects of this fucking corrupt infested life I live in here, and all the crap that goes on in these places called CDCR prison system. But yeah, share it with your friends and your folks and whoever else, man, and go ahead and feel free to put it on TikTok. Tell them where to find us, help us promote this thing, man, and maybe we can get like-minded people to join in, and we can unite this fight and get this thing off the ground. And,
go ahead and post it on Instagram and Twitter and anywhere else, but keep us in a positive light because we've already gotten a little blowback, and we don't need that.
Oh yeah, we're always gonna get blowback, and the less minimizing the blowback is the best. And I know all our people, they're gonna keep us in a positive light. I got no doubt about it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And we send ours to everybody, TSOA land and the worthy. You guys know who you are, of course.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna get a whole lot of people in because they're expecting us tomorrow. But you are in a big fat hurry to get this out there.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, because I don't know. Of course, I just don't know what's going to happen with these CDCR clowns.
Right.
And you know as well as I do, baby girl, you've been doing this a long time now. It's up in the air, and not only is it up in the air is up in the air with these people, and so until it is, it ain't, and so I figure, well, I'll take this advantage. I'll take the advantage tonight and get it out and let everybody know the skinny and the up and update everybody out there, and get your thoughts and opinions and your comments. So leave a comment. Be sure to leave a comment, man. Let us know you listening, and speak your piece. Speak your piece, right, Ben?
That's right. That's right.
Yep. So, as you see by the short video we did today, I had a court date today. The all big court date I had to vacate my plea deal due to the welch of the prosecutor of his end of the bargain. And it went quite interesting. And when I went into the courtroom, well, wait a minute, before I get into that, it was full courtroom. I mean, there's quite a few people in there, more than usual. And I know there's reporters and stuff in there, and they're going to report about it. It's going to come out in a day or two, I guess. And but yeah, before I get into it, babe, let's wait till we get a few more people in here. How many? We got any viewers right now?
Yeah, we got a few. Ken's in here. He's waving hello, and he says much love and respects.
Ken's in the house. What's up, bro? I said in mind to you and the worthy, man, all the bros out there. I hope you guys are well and doing the best you can. And just know we're fighting a good fight still, man. We ain't went nowhere. We're still doing the damn thing. Waiting to see what happens next.
Yeah, we got a Victor Tepezano Garcia Victor saying hi.
Victor, all right, Victor, I send mine, bro. I hope you're well. I hope everything is good for you and yours, of course, you know. Yeah, so, but, yeah, Ken, I read those, I mean, I seen the jumpers. Oh, wait.
Oh, he dropped his microphone.
My bad, my speaker thing came out, my headphones. Sorry about that. Can you hear me, babe?
Yep, Tim's in the house. Good evening, Tim.
Tim, good evening, bro. I send mine to you, man. Thanks for the videos and the pictures. I love it, man. Dogs and nature, my things. Hey, Ken, I seen that John Grisham book on TV a couple weeks ago about this. I think it's the Savannah 3. Those guys I was mentioning a few videos ago, they were convicted 27 years and they were framed. They did absolutely nothing, and then they got out. They got released, and I think that's the book I'm talking about that he wrote. John Grisham wrote about it. I seen it on the news. It was a pretty interesting story, man. But yeah, they were framed. That was an excellent book, man. I'm telling you now, that shit's more prevalent than what you know, what everybody knows. You know?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, we got proof he is behind bars and in the institution there.
What's that, Ben?
I said that Globalina there is validating where you're coming from.
Oh, yeah. Solitary confinement, New Folsom. CSP-SAC, ADTAG, RHU, whatever they want to call it now. Same thing, solitary confinement, ADTAG, same thing, but they call it RHU, Restricted Housing Unit. Switch the label, change the lipstick color on the pig, that's all they do. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and I'll get started off into the meat and potatoes of this one. I went to court. I went to court today, the almighty vacate hearing on the table. Now, here's what happened, folks. Here's what happened. So I go in there, and, you know, my attorney argues my position, which is I want to vacate the plea due to prosecutorial prosecutor's failure to uphold their end of the deal, which was to take me to the BOP because I'm sick of the corruption in CDCR, and the medical was tore up. So, and there's a few other small reasons I wanted to go, but they didn't uphold it, and they got one excuse after another excuse after another excuse, and it's just lie after lie with these people. Well, then the prosecutor, for some reason, tried to tell the judge that the motion filed is not a vacate motion. It's not a motion to vacate. It's more of a motion to enforce the plea, and that's not what it is. And my attorney was very, very clear in the motion itself and in the reply motion, that is a vacate motion to throw out the plea of guilty and the plea deal and to reinstate my not guilty plea and to set this thing for trial immediately. But the prosecutor had his, for some reason, he just kept on, oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. And she even told him, Mr. Hitt, yeah, it is. It's a vacate motion of the deal. No, it's not, Your Honor. No. So then he comes up and he goes, well, if you vacate this thing, Your Honor, it could take another years, 2 years, 3 years to go to trial. Who knows? And like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever, motherfucker. You know, if that's what you want to do, let's roll. You know, you want to take 2 or 3 years? We take 2 or 3 years, but I got a right to a speedy trial. I don't need 2 or 3 years. I'm ready now. My attorneys are ready. Let's go. So then he comes up and he's bluffing. You know, he goes, well, the feds will take Mr.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So then he comes up with another bluff. Oh, well, the feds will take Mr. Daniel to ADX Colorado Supermax. Wrong. They don't just throw you in a shoe for nothing. They don't just throw you in a shoe for coming into their system. And I didn't commit nothing. I didn't break their rules, so they wouldn't just put me in a shoe. Wrong. So he's bluffing again. Okay, then he goes, what was the third one? He said something about fucking, just that, oh, well, if he vacates, well, we just will stop trying to get him into the feds. I don't give a fuck. Whatever, dude, they had their shot. They had their fucking shot. They got a deal. They fucking had their opportunity. They failed. The BOP, Bureau of Prisons for the Feds, never, ever agreed to accepting us into their system. So,
it's been about a year.
Should have never.
And it's been about a year
right,
since your plea.
Yes, this dude should have never made that deal. He should have been open about it and told us, the BOP, Bureau of Prisons, have not said they would accept yet, but I'm going to try. He should have been up front about that part of it. He should have been up front about that element to this whole trip of getting me into their system. But he wasn't. He hid that fact.
What else has he hid?
It's deceitful. He was deceitful with that fact.
What else is he hiding?
Now, right, what else is he hiding? So he deceived my lawyers, and he deceived me.
And
like my lawyers told him, I relied on my lawyers and him, the prosecution team, in the court at my sentencing, saying everything he said on record to the judge about getting me to the feds, and how he's been trying to do this for 5 years, and that he's more likely sure than not, and he's pretty sure it's going to get done. And here's the kicker. They wrote a habeas corpus to remove me from state conviction status to federal pretrial status. And when they did that, you have to file a habeas corpus. But on theirs, it said, throughout service of sentence on federal.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Well, something went wrong, and he lied or something, because it's not throughout service of sentence on federal, because now CDCR has all the power back over me, and they're talking, anticipating a prison to prison transfer. Let me call back.
All right, you guys, waiting for him to call back. Let's see here. So you'd think that things would move a little faster with the federal courts, but they really don't. They just milk your tax dollars daily. Oh, this time change is too much, man. I want to go back. All right, here we go. And you're back.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah. Yep. So, like I was saying, baby girl and folks out there in TSOA land, the guy should have been up front about the federal prison system not being on board, and he should have been up front throughout the whole case that he's got a couple more steps to do even though the judge had got that email the morning of my sentencing or the day before, and they did say, we're not going to accept these guys, but the prosecutor said in response to her right there on that email, oh, Your Honor, I got Washington, D.C. on board. Well, I got high-ranking BOP members going to do this. The guy here that wrote your email, he's a low-ranking official in Stockton, California. I got all this other shit going on. He don't know about, I'm above his head by 4 or 5 steps. I'm going to D.C. on this thing, this, that, and the other. I got this. And I looked at my attorneys. They said, yeah, he does. He's right. And I'm like, okay. So I counted on my lawyers and what this dude was saying on record to a federal judge. And if I can't count on that, what the fuck can you count on, folks? You know, and then when I get the deal, letter C, government's obligation, imprisonment in the Bureau of Prison, old black letters. Letter C, imprisonment in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. And then the next sentence under it is how they're going to do it. I'm going to seek CDCR to release Daniel, blah, 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 and the BOP to accept.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So when I seen that bold print, I thought that was it, man. I honestly thought that was it. That's a wrap. He can't get out of it. Done deal. I'm gone. But that wasn't the case.
What was that?
That wasn't the case.
What was that?
That was last November. I read the deal and I signed the deal and officially got sentenced December 20th. The same day I took the deal, changed my plea, and got sentenced all in 1 hour.
Okay, it's been a year and they have not upheld it. I mean, is there a standard expiration date for those kind of agreements? I mean, I thought everything was like 30, 60, 90 days. They're going to sit on this for a year? Come on.
Well, you're right about it. Now, I don't know. I don't think there's a standard expiration date, but I had a year to file my vacate, and I got it in July, 8 months after the fact, after the BOP denied me twice. So, you know, I got it in there, and you know, there is a year for that. You got a year for that appeal right there, and I did. Now, on his side of the board, the dude should have had it done, and he wasn't forthcoming about the BOP side of it. You know, he made it seem at sentencing that it was nothing. This guy that was heard an email, he's a low-level dude. It's like a tier cop for CDCR telling me something, and then that's nothing, but the other guy says the warden, I got the warden on board. So that's the equivalent is what I'm saying. And that's how he projected it, and that's what he basically said to her at my sentencing on record, bam. So anyways, throughout my hearing today, this dude was like, no, this ain't a vacate. Yes, it is. No, it ain't. Yes, it is. And she said, yes, it is, Mr. So, I mean, it was bizarre.
The king of gaslighting. That dude is the absolute king of gaslighting. So bold that when he's being called out as a gaslighter, he's still like trying to pretend everybody else is delusional and he's the only one seeing the truth. That's a psychopath. That's a dangerous psychopath.
Then he goes, well, Your Honor, this Ninth Circuit case I got, you know, well, it don't work like this, and like they, you know, basically trying to act like if she overturns and vacates the Ninth Circuit to throw her shit out, and no, that's not true. He the guy has nothing on his side but a bunch of and when you peel these prosecutors' layers back, you peel the onion. When you peel that onion, all sorts of corrupt shit falls out. You know, Why can't you uphold your end of the fucking bargain? Because you're a fucking liar is what you are, bud. You're a fucking liar.
Well,
You fucking lied to me. You played me, and you got a conviction out of me, but you didn't anticipate me fighting this fucking thing tooth and nail to get to the very goddamn letter of the deal. You fucking told me I'm going to give you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you gave me a peanut butter sandwich with no jelly. Fuck you. I'm not taking that.
What are you talking? Wait a minute.
That's not what
you didn't even get the peanut butter sandwich. You got nothing. You got an empty plate.
I did. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, that's even better. I didn't even get a peanut butter sandwich. So, but that would be the deal. And it's a bizarre trip with this dude, man. If he would have been up front and told me, look, she's right. The judge is right. It's going to be a minute. There's a couple hoops that we got to jump through.
Okay, but it's been
but
a year.
This dude made illusionary promises, is what it's coined. And you cannot do that. And when you do that, you have to uphold every part of it, even in the very spirit of what you're saying. And he's not.
Well,
he's not.
Isn't that what court is? Is supposed to be where the truth is exposed, and yet the favorite quarterback of the court, the DA, the golden boy, doesn't have those standards set for them. No, they act as if there are no standards set for them.
So look, this is what it says, and this is what it says, folks. I'm gonna tell you. The Constitution demands that courts scrutinize the government's conduct to ensure that it comports with the highest standard of fairness. The government must comply with the very letter and spirit of the plea agreement. That's it. There is no... And right here, the government argues that the collateral attack provision is unenforceable because of its terms, cover the circumstances, whatever. But the government are the ones that drafted the plea bargain. So if there's any lack of clarity or any ambiguity, it should be construed in favor of the me, not them. They're the ones fucked up, not me. So... it's one of those things where he knows he fucked up, but he's trying to bamboozle the judge to cover his tracks.
Well, he's basically calling everyone stupid.
Right. So once again, folks, another dirty DA is being dirty again, trying to get her to cover his tracks for his breach of the plea agreement. And, in court, the prosecutor represented that he had taken several steps before this case was even initiated to make the best and securest path to getting an exception that the BOP has into the BOP. And then he goes on to say, my attorney, that the prosecutor emphasized over and over and over to get me in the BOP promptly upon sentencing and initiate the proceedings officially to get it accomplished. And then he says that the habeas corpus that made me federal throughout service of sentence, it goes on to say that it was written that way as an added layer of protection to make sure the right outcome is achieved here. Now, folks, here's the thing. Once again, we got a prosecutor trying to be bamboozilistic. He's trying to bamboozle me, man. And I'm not going for it, man. I'm going to fight, and fight. And I want no deal. Fuck your deal. I want my trial, Jack. I want my trial. You're the one that said you'll promptly get me a gun. You'll promptly do this. I was here throughout the trial, and I told my lawyers several times, if I'm here during this trial, I want to have my trial with my co-defendants. And they thought I'd be gone too promptly. Everybody did. Everybody did. I even had a BOP number issued for a month, and then they took it back. Now, look, man. So
that is bizarre.
Today, the Judge Mueller basically, it showed, I could see it, as did maybe my attorney and some of these reporters, that she's leaning my way on vacating this thing. And that dude, all he could do was sit there and grab a hold of that podium and white-knuckled. He was white-knuckled. He was so mad. But, hey, dude, you're the one that did this. Now, here's the bizarre thing.
That ain't bizarre.
Well, not yet, but let me get to that. Yeah, no. Wait, let me get to that later. Well,
we got some.
She said Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were gonna kind of. There's just some folks in,
I'm going to stop here in a second, but listen.
Okay.
She ended up saying, "I'll see you back by January 14th. You better have this taken care of. If not, we'll go on to vacate and we'll rule, and we'll basically set a trial date." So, because I don't want this deal no more. I did not take this deal. It's been 11 months. I've been here. I did not fucking take this deal. I wanted to go to trial. If I was going to be here during trial, which I was, and I even waived the
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I waived the pre-sentence report, which is standard process, normal process, and you got to sit here for 6 to 12 weeks until the probation does this report on you. Then you go get sentenced. You plead guilty, then you wait 6 to 12 weeks, then you go get sentenced. Well, they waived all that for me, so I could get out of here quickly and get to the feds and get my surgery that I needed. Okay, go ahead, babe.
Wow. Okay, so we got some folks in the house. We got Gunner from ADMC, and he says checking in.
Gunner, I send mine.
And
I send my old boy.
And Allison's here. Yay! Hey, girl, how you doing?
Allison, I send my sister, man, all best wishes to you. I hope you're well, man. Get better. And I'm glad you're joining in tonight. All our love and respect, and everybody sends you the power to heal.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And someone here calling themselves.
That's what happened.
Someone calling themselves Blue Eyes, South Sacramento, checking in. Send my love and respects, homeboy.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
All right, now, Blue Eyes, man, I send mine, bro. I'm from the east side, Sacramento, man. Rancho, Cambodia. No, I'm from Lincoln Village, but I send mine.
So
I gotta call back.
Okay.
I gotta call back.
All right. Yeah, Allison, we'll have Brant touch on that topic of the what the heck, whatever. The other phone, the BOP, he had a BOP number for about 3 weeks or a month, and we were expecting him to get shipped off, and it never happened, and then the number disappeared. It's the craziest thing. It's just absolute craziest thing. All right, here we go. All right.
There you go.
So Allison's confused about that BOP number that you got. Like, what the hell?
Okay. Well, Allison, all I know is one day my wife checked, baby girl checked it. I had a number. And then like 3 weeks later, it disappeared. And IGI came to my door and said, look, man, they refused to take you. They denied accepting you into their prison system. You are not going. It's because of your medical. Nope, it ain't never been because of my medical. That was bullshit. And but it was the bigger picture to that was.
But they were withholding.
They just don't want to accept all.
They were withholding your medicine or your medical so that you would plead out, giving pressure.
Right. They were withholding several medical surgeries I needed that were urgent. And in fact, they set the surgeries up 4 times in 2023. And all 4 times, the state prison system set it up, approved it, but the marshals got to have the final say because I'm in their custody. And the marshal said, nope, denied, all 4 times, and all 4 times they stopped my fucking heart medication.
No.
Cancer and heart attack for nothing.
You know, I did a little research on that, and I found that detainees are their loophole, their irresponsibility loophole. So while you're a federal detainee, they don't have any obligation to you, even though they have custody of you. It makes no sense.
Wow, imagine that. Well,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So we were given a copy of the United States Marshal contract with this prison, and it does. It says urgent or emergent medical is not necessary to get an approval by the marshals. Prior routine surgeries are. It is necessary. So because they were marking everything routine at the end of it, they were denying it. The marshals denying. But if you remember 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, Dr. Ball was marking everything as urgent to get around that bullshit clause because he didn't like the fact that some law enforcement agency had say over my medical. And, he even marked follow-ups and consults as urgent. Well, but yeah, that's how that went. And, they denied a bunch of my shit, man. 2023 was getting really bad on me. I could hardly walk. I could hardly stand up. For the whole year, I was fucked up bad, man. And the marshals were using it to put a bunch of pressure on me. Yeah. They were.
Well, it looks like Global Lena cut him off early. That's always a load of fun. You know, Allison, we looked into some of those costs. I'm going to try to steer him over to that topic here. Oh, come on. Sometimes navigating their phone system is more challenging than it should be. Okay. Come on.
Link.
All right. So, you know, before you get too far off, Allison's asking how much is this costing the taxpayers? You know, the BOP mix up, and
millions.
You know, I've ran his number, Allison. I run it daily now just to see because they keep threatening to move him, and he doesn't have a number. And the whole thing was that he would have a number. Just they would issue him one a couple days before they they expedited him, but that didn't happen. And that's just the really weird thing. And when he got that number, we were all ready for him to go God knows where, and he never went anywhere. So,
Right.
do you remember what kind of numbers we came up with about your
22 million.
22 million for
Yeah.
what?
Since I've been down, okay, since I did the numbers, I ran the numbers of approximately 22 to 25 million they have spent on me since I've been down for housing, medical, all the whole situation. About 22 to 25 million.
Is that including?
And we're not talking.
Is this including the RICO?
That's not. No.
That's not okay.
No.
Not even including the RICO. Okay, and now how much does that cost so far?
About anywhere between 9 to 12 million.
So you've cost the taxpayers $30 million already. I mean, not you.
All by myself.
Not you, but the system. You're just one. You're one of what? It's currently about 104,000. Do the math, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Do the math.
Yep. And here's the thing. They know if they let me go, I won't reoffend.
No.
I'll go in the bears. I'll go in the woods and live with the bears with my wife. I will never be seen again by society.
No, we'll just hide out in our little bungalow. I'll go to the store. He'll stay home, take care of the pets. It's all good.
Right. That's right. I'll get me a goldfish named Uber. You know?
Allison's got her mind blown. She's found the most shocked looking emoji to pardon with the, oh my god. And calling all journalists.
It's a lot of money.
She's saying, calling all journalists, let the taxpayers hear this. This is nuts. It is nuts.
Right.
22 million just for standard imprisonment, and throw on another 9 to 12 million for shits and giggles of wasting the courts and the taxpayers' money. Court's time.
Right.
Theater of the absurd. Right. Absolutely. She says it's a theater of the absurd.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
So then, check this out, folks, baby girl. As I'm coming out, they set another date on January 14th, right? And she told my attorney, let's draft up another habeas corpus to make him federal, or to keep him where he's at until these court proceedings are done. So CDCR cannot set him up, basically, and try to ice him out. Because that's what they want to do. Now, you guys remember when they put me in that PSU unit, right? I'm not mental health, never should have been there, had no clue. I mean, they did that over a fucking bogus 115 they concocted. So then they put me on, they bogusly falsified 115, then they punished me for this damn thing, and I didn't do nothing. So then, 6 months later, they moved me out of there after my lawyers pressured me. Well, now they're wanting to put me in another likewise unit for high-power snitches, you know, and I'm not a snitch, never have been, never will be, and there's other dudes that are now going to this unit, I'm told, that were in Pelican Bay Short Corridor with me, and I don't know. You know, I heard a video earlier. Maybe they're trying to create another SHU unit down there, or a small mini yard down there in Corcoran. I do not know. But the fact that they keep trying to paint me with the optical illusion for society and the prison society, and they keep trying to do this shit to me. That is what you call painting a target on somebody.
Absolutely.
And that's what Sacramento headquarters CDCR is doing. This is why do you think they got all these dead things happening, dead bodies? They're doing it. Sacramento's doing it. One way or another. Maybe not all, but quite a bit. you know? And so when Kevin Steele told my lawyers in 2021, they are out to smoke Brant. They are out to kill Brant. Why? Oh, because he was a part of this movement of the hunger strike. He was one of the 4 main ones that came up with the idea before they shared it with the other races. And it's like, wait a minute, okay, but you gotta understand everything he said. Everything that man said is proven to be on point and truthful. So, you know, and he told my lawyers they send him back to Corcoran, and cops in Corcoran will kill him. That's what he told my lawyer. And, you know, of course, at that time, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm done with this fucking corrupt system. I will never debrief, ever. Fuck these motherfuckers. At that time, I was disgusted with the system. You know, I've been down 30 years, folks, and I've seen some foul shit with these people, man. And it's not all of them. It's not the little tier cop guy trying to make his 8 and out the gate. It's not that guy. It's these motherfuckers that are in higher up positions in Sacramento pulling the strings. And then, like, here's an example. Some fucking S&Y J-Cat down the tiers jacking off to a female cop, right? And not once, not twice, but multiple times, right? And they look at me like I'm the motherfucking one, I'm the problem. Or they looking at my friends like they're the problem because of this dude. But yet they protect them. They protect these people, man. The most disgusting souls that walk the face of this fucking earth. They protect them and treat them like kids and baby them, give them everything they want, and then they'll fucking shoot and kill me for beating one of them up. And, or if he beats or if he touches me, I'm going to beat his ass. And then they'll testify against me. That is the fucking system that they created, man. That's their system. It's like one of the cops said today.
Or if the weirdo came after you, they'd still go after you for defending yourself.
Right. Right. You're right. Exactly. It's like one of the cops said today. Damn, Daniel, you know what's fucked up? I said, what's that? Because they let them chomos and rapos out to the streets and keep you locked up. I'll take you next door to me anytime compared to them dudes. And he goes, you gotta wonder, the ones that are letting them out, these rapos and chomos, what's on their cell phone? What's on their computer at home?
Right.
And I'm like, ding, 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 child pornography. Because they're protecting their folks. Birds of a feather flock together. You know? But, look, man.
Or money.
Let me get back to today. Yeah, let me get back to today. So I got a hearing in January. Hopefully I get it vacated. But what was interesting was I was leaving the courthouse. And I had some marshals surrounding me. And I come out. And they hand me off to the CDCR cops. And the head marshal asked the CDCR sergeant, hey, what do you think we should do? Sergeant, the head marshal asked a CDCR sergeant, hey, what do you think we should do? The sergeant goes, about what? He goes, about this guy's case. About this guy's case. And, what do you think we should do? And the fucking sergeant goes, look, dude, I don't know none of this. I don't know. I'm not getting into that. I'm just basically a state Uber. They tell me to take him, I take him. They tell me to take him back to his cell, I take him back to his cell. So then, when the marshals left, he goes, man, Daniel, I ain't getting caught up in these fools' trickery. So why are they going to ask a CDCR sergeant, what should we do about this guy's case? Like, what? That's some strange shit, man. What do y'all think about that? Tell me, man. I'm curious of what you guys think about that, man. I know, Allison, you got some opinions. TMK, I know you do too. Ken, shoot 'em.
It seems to
That's
me.
some strange shit, man.
It seems to me like.
Tell me, babe.
Like, okay, they've been playing this narrative, this whole thing, and now it's gotten out of control. They no longer hold the key to the narrative. They can't make their story be the only story being heard. And
right.
But who is they? Is it CDCR or is it the feds or is it the DA or is it DEA or is it, like this one idiot, what's his name? Nearing, it made it personal. Or, who's I'd say I'd be more concerned about who's the initiator of this, but ultimately they're all on the payroll. They're all getting a payoff.
Right.
They're all getting a bigger chunk.
Right.
And they're all getting off on making you miserable.
Right. Yep. That's exactly what they're doing. And what they're like, people have to understand CDCR is the biggest union, second biggest union in the country.
Next to the Teamsters, right?
After the Teamsters.
Yep.
Yeah, after the Teamsters. And they are the most crooked motherfuckers in the country after the Teamsters. They might even be worse than the Teamsters. But the thing here is, on this case, it's not even just CDCR, it's the feds. It's them prosecutors, folks. It's the prosecutors, man. Like, what do you get out of prosecuting some lifers to give them another life sentence? You waste $15-20 million each? Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then I could even add another wrinkle to the fabric of this issue. You gonna let the Menendez brothers go home? Why? Because they're privileged and they got money. I don't. And they got life without parole. I don't. I got life with the possibility of parole. They killed their mom and dad. I didn't. I didn't kill nobody.
Yeah, what's up with that? You don't kill anybody, and you don't have any priors, and yet they still took your life from you.
Right. Exactly. So, I'll find out in January. I want to vacate, folks. I really do. They had their shot, baby girl. You know it. I just was sick of this place.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Well, like I said,
CDCR corruption.
They think you're stupid, and you're just gonna I don't know.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Why not fight for all it's worth, right? I mean, does everyone fold under the pressure of the DA? Well, especially when he's wrong. I mean, my God, what's it gonna take for us to get the public on board with the observation abuse of funds and citizens? Yeah, there are criminals in prison. I get that, but a lot of them are just dysfunctional that need a little bit of reshaping, and in an educational way, not a torturous way, but getting the stuff they didn't get growing up or whatever. Because when a home is loving, there's none of that crazy stuff going on. It just seems like this is all manufactured by our government too, because of the whole 2-income households just to barely make it, and being raised in daycare. It starts there. The school, the prison pipeline, it starts at daycare. Scary enough, huh? Yeah. Think about it.
Global Tel Link.
And we're back.
Okay. I'm back. I am back. So, it's definitely a fucking issue that I'm not gonna stop fighting for. You know, I got my rights coming. Everybody else got their rights coming, and they feel that they can just throw their weight around, throw their money around, and they do. You know, I mean, but I'm not gonna stop. You know, I'm not gonna stop, man. And no one else should stop. Everybody should start coming together, man. Let's fight. Fuck. Let's fight these people, man. Hold headquarters accountable. Don't wait. Demand actions, man. Fight for the change, man. Silence is enabling the corruption.
Absolutely.
How about that?
Silence is violence.
Your silence, right? Silence is violence. And you know, when you have this type of system that relies on, you know, like I said before, you got a judge, prosecutors, and public defenders are stakeholders in the prison system, so they got a monetary incentive to send men to prison.
That should not be allowed. That should be criminalized right there.
They're making profits off us poor folks.
And making the decision. You know? And making the decision to put you there. No,
right.
It's wrong.
Right. It's like that lady said earlier, we were listening to her. The law only applies, the fair justice only applies to the rich folks because they wrote them laws. When the rich go to prison, they go to white-collar crime prisons. The poor people go and get the shit sandwiches.
Huh. No.
That's a fact.
It shouldn't be that way.
That's just a fact.
It shouldn't be that way while they're preaching equality and la 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 la. While they sit, you know, not head and shoulders, but stories above everyone else.
Right.
With their holier than thou, making sacrifices, and everyone has to do their part, and it's like, you know, no. No.
Yep.
No, I do my part right here at home, fuckers.
Yeah, my baby does, man. She's definitely an angel in my life. You bet that. And I thank God every day for my baby girl. You know, she's a fighter. Aww. She's a fighter. Aww. Yep, I love you, baby girl.
I love you too.
And Mom, if you listening, I love you. So look, folks, they are so worried about the optics of CDCR, right? They prioritize optics over real reform.
Yep.
And you know, they do. They prioritize their optics. This is why, because if they make you believe that they're doing right, oh yeah, look at these numbers, look at these statistics. This and this, oh yeah, they're playing goldfish with a cop. That's reformative. Hey, you're full of shit. You know? So, if the optics tells you there's nothing wrong, well, you ain't got to go ask questions. You ain't got to go poking and prodding and seeing what falls out. And that's what they're doing, man. That's why they're so invested into the optics and a false narrative.
Right. Plus they also support their communities with these little fundraisers and stuff. So they're really putting on the good guy show. And you know, meanwhile they're running torture chambers. It's sick.
Yep. It's disgusting. It's beyond disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. You know that cop, the IGI guy, Bittner, the one that was in Salinas Valley.
All right.
So let me tell you guys something about this cat. Let me tell you something about this. Well, he testified in Ronnie's trial, my co-defendant, and he said, Brant Daniel did this to this guy and took his life. Brant did this, he did that, he did this. My number one question is, how do you know? You were not there.
Yeah.
This guy, Bittner, was on his day off. They had to call him in. He got there an hour and a half after the fact. But yet he's testifying to first-hand information on a stand in a jury trial of a RICO case to facts.
Secondhand.
As if he's seen them.
This call
Secondhand
and your
information.
telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Like he's seen them. Like he's seen me doing X, Y, and Z. Right? Dude, this guy testified on the stand. Brant did this. Brant did that. Brant did this. My question to him is, how the fuck do you know? But he was never asked that. In the cross-examine, I don't know why they didn't ask. That's their issue. But my question is, how the fuck do you know you weren't even present? Oh, well, so-and-so told me. Well, that's hearsay. You can't testify to hearsay as first-hand information. That's hearsay.
Right.
So that's how dirty these fucking cops are. You know? And this guy wasn't even there. But because he was responsible for the whites and shit, I guess, in the Salinas Valley. So they had to call him, but he was off work on a Saturday. His regular days off was Saturday and Sunday. It's on his report. But yeah, he gonna testify in a grand jury indictment, getting me indicted. Then he's gonna testify in jury trial, and yet he wasn't even there when the action in 16 seconds or 17 seconds took place. He wasn't even in the prison at all. He was at home.
Yeah,
That's
he testified
insane.
as if he was there, so he lied on the stand.
Yes, that's called perjury. Last I checked.
Okay, but was he charged for perjury? No.
No. He wasn't even charged, man. He wasn't even charged. So, you know, that's why they got this system so fucked up. It's so full of people. Like my entire tier got 12 cells. There's none of us on this tier had a good attorney as on our criminal convictions. You know, guarantee you nobody on this tier had their own attorney that was $100,000 to a $500,000 lawyer.
No, they were
I
all
guarantee
public
you.
defenders, right?
I guarantee you, public defenders or court-appointed street lawyers. You know, I guarantee you. And that's the problem, man. Give me a $500,000 attorney, Mark Garagos, and fucking let me get a shot like that. I bet you I have a better opportunity, you know, in a trial, you know, or you know. But my federal attorneys, thank God they're good. On the federal side of the coin, you know, you don't get some, a lowbrow attorney. You don't get some crackerjack attorney. You get a pretty good, decent attorney, top echelon attorney. You know, and my lawyer John Bowers and Timothy Warner, they're really good attorneys, man. Shout out to them. How about that? You know, them guys are good guys, man. They care, and I'm totally appreciative for everything they've done for me in my life, fighting for me, you know. And, you know, they got to be careful, too. You know, they have to be careful, too, because the government's crooked. The government's crooked. You know? But, so here you have it. Demand some accountability, folks. Let's get this damn thing off the ground. Let's fight. You know, let's just demand accountability at the higher level headquarters of Sacramento. Why not? Why not? It's your tax dollars. It's your tax dollars that is going that are funding state-sanctioned terrorism. I mean, state-sanctioned torture against us.
Well, both.
Right, baby girl?
Both. Actually,
Yeah,
state-sanctioned
both.
terrorism on the public by fear-mongering to extract more tax dollars.
Bingo.
Booyah.
Bingo. Exactly.
Yep.
Booyah. That's right. That's right. You know, I've always said, you know, something has to get done here. You know, the power they got is just too much. It's too much, and they should have to answer to you guys, the public, because it's you guys that pay their wages by your tax.
Yeah.
Your tax dollars, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're making profits off of poor folks. They're making profits off of us. You have a system that doesn't, you have a system that prioritizes their optics and cover-ups
Well, wait.
over real reform.
Wait a minute. They're profiting off of you. They're also profiting off of us, but they're also tormenting most of you in there. And pretending to give everybody a fair shake when they're only, you know, helping a select few and claiming they're doing more while they're torturing you. They're lying to us. They're lying to you. They're exploiting everybody.
Hell yeah, they are. They're joking everybody, and it's all a chess game with money. It's all a chess game with money. It's all done for money.
Meanwhile,
it's
people
like that
can't
lady
even
said earlier.
afford to house and feed
This
themselves.
call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yep. What'd you say, Ben?
I said, and then they're making it so people can't even afford to house and feed themselves.
I know, man. It's
While they're taking more and more, like, over the top. I mean, for those of you that live in California, I'm sure you're really feeling it at the electric bill. Because, damn, especially PG&E customers.
Right. You know, that's what they do. They prioritize their optics and cover-ups over the truth. Over the truth. You know? That lady we were listening to earlier, man.
Oh, yeah.
She's Dr. What's her name? Angela what?
Dr. Angela C. Myers. She was
one more time for the people, man.
And Dr. Angela C. Myers. Meyers.
Okay. So she is advocate for prisoners and justice reform, and she hits it on the head like we do, folks. You know, she said the system is designed to do what it's doing, you know, because it's written, the laws are written by the rich folks, for the rich folks, by the rich folks, in favor of the rich folks, not poor folks. And that's just the cold hard truth. You know, you get a guy that does this crime that has a couple $1 million. You get a guy that does the same crime, exact same record, who don't have nothing, and watch what happens. Watch these two different cases.
Right.
I mean, same case, two different lawyers, two different DAs, and watch how it turns out for the guy that's rich, who has a $500,000.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He has a $500,000 lawyer fighting with all his heart and soul. I bet you his odds of a better outcome are a lot better than the guy that doesn't. And that's just a fact. Let me call back.
Huh. Yeah, this you guys need to check her out. She's on YouTube, and she's got a website. She's speaking our language, and she's basically pointing out the same stuff we're pointing out, and I think she's frustrated as we are that, you know, trying to get the public to see what's going on here and take a stand. Okay,
Okay.
we're back.
But, yeah, so, I don't know. I just hope that we can get this thing off the ground, get more viewers, get more subscribers. So, because in this position, the more public citizens are involved, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Demand for justice, man.
Uh-huh.
So, that's where I'm at, man. They have perfected the art of not caring, right?
Well,
they really have.
I think, yeah, you're right. And I also think that, they're in love with money and they don't understand how blind they are to the corruption that they're under. They're so in love with that money, they can't see the harm they're doing to themselves and everybody around them in the name of greed. They just want more and more and more, and it's like, wow, when is it enough?
When did you stop, huh?
You got $400 million. Now what?
Yeah.
What are you doing with that $400 million? I'm sure you're.
And like Alex had said before, where's the California model for Brant, right? Where's my California model? Where's my reform and rehabilitation, right?
Right.
Where's my shit, man? How come I can't get a fair shake on that shit, man? Or my friends?
Huh.
Like, what the fuck, man? Like, really, man? What the fuck? It's just, but they'll give it to these old chomos and homos and rapos, because they know it's not going to work. They know it's not going to work. And then they can come back and ask y'all for some more money later
to do something else.
And go back to their punitive ways. I heard a video earlier of Hector say there's talk about putting this all back in his shoe, right? Now I kind of believe that.
Weren't we saying that?
I kind of believe it.
Weren't we saying that when we started seeing some of these signs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You could see the writing on the wall.
Oh, they don't like it when we tell the truth. Making them hang up. What the heck? My goodness. Well, we're going to come out with it one way or another anyway. So there's no point in pretending like it's not going to get said. It's going to get said. And it's going to get heard. And then people are going to start to wake up. And they're going to start to realize they're being taken advantage of. And they're going to hopefully stop it. A truly peaceful protest. Protest with your dollars. No, I'm not paying that. It's not a crime to not pay the government their extortion money when they're not providing you what you want as a citizen. All right, you are back.
Yeah. So something happened. It just hung up, but that's where I'm at. What's up, folks? What you got cracking out there? Holler at us. Got any comments or questions? Shoot them, man. Shoot them. What's up, Ken? How's it going? TMK, ¿cómo estás, hermano? Ojalá que todo esté bien para ti y para Lucy. Manda saludos de mi parte a tu perrito. Listen, I hope you're well, sister, man. Thank you for fighting with us. Everybody, thank you for fighting with us, man. At our side against the enemy.
Chaos
they are the fucking enemy.
Chaos ABMC says love and respect. He showed up a little late.
What's up, Chaos? I send my brother. Gunner, Chaos, Ken, I send my you brothers, man. I hope y'all well. You know that. I'm sitting here standing solid always and unshakable, unshakable doing the same old thing, man. Doing the same old thing year after year, year after year, trying to make it better for myself and others likewise situated. But you know what they seen in court today, babe?
What's that?
Was there is no fair, honest, effective justice system. It's not like that. And the DA and the prosecutors across the country, mainly in my case, they are so bent on foolery and trickery at all costs to get it their way.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not a fair justice system.
No.
You know?
No.
But yet, what they'll do, like in CDCR, the time is now to unite, folks, and use our collective voices and demand change and justice for all.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a select few with character defects of scumbagism.
You mean
They
costing
got
the taxpayers
defects.
$30 million to hold one guy? That is pretty
Right.
scumbaggy. And not just hold you, but rob you of your opportunity to have a normal life.
Right. And you know, I was talking to a reporter guy, investigative journalist, and he said, "Man, Brant, you know what's fucked up is that when you came into the system, there was no hope. Every lifer that he's talked to, this guy talked to, came in the 90s and the 80s, had no hope, and that's how we were trained to live."
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's how we were hardwired to live our life in prison. You know, it is what it is. You can't help it. I mean, fuck, you can't help it. Now, if you would have told me when I was 19 or 20, dude, get all these programs, because you never know, man. You might go home one day, youngster. You never know. I had nobody to tell me that.
Well, it wasn't even a thing. I mean, there were some people that were holding out,
Right.
obviously, because it happened for them, but there was nothing to make you feel that you
Right.
might have a
Right.
chance. And then the chances started coming. The laws started
Right.
changing. And
Right.
and they did everything
Yep.
in their power to
Yep.
sabotage
But it's too
you.
late. Right, and it was too late because I've already lived my life in their broken system to
Yep.
survive their broken system, in
Yep.
their broken system. And when you live like that, you live a wild life where you throw caution to the wind. You live how you live. You don't worry about nothing but moving forward and point blank and doing what you got to do.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But let me go back.
Yeah, I just want to say what's interesting was that, Dr. Myers was talking about how the Norway model, absolutely no one is sentenced beyond 21 years. You're going to get out after 21 years,
Right.
no matter what. And
Even that guy that killed all them kids with you remember that?
yeah,
That big shooting on the beach?
yeah.
He got what? 15 years.
I thought he got 70 years. I thought he was kind of a special case.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I think I got 15 per victim. My bad.
Okay.
My bad. Because there were 30 victims or something like that.
That was
I mean,
a lot.
he did. You're right. But their sentencing is different, you know.
Right, but
You know,
and then also the dignity with which they allow people to live while confined. You know,
Let me
all
go back to
people.
wait, babe. Let me go back to that shit with Hector. When he was talking about he sees the writing on the wall, putting us back in the chute. And because of all these bodies or whatever. What you guys gotta realize a lot of that not even GP, that's SOY shit. You know, some of those are SOY issues. That ain't ours, you know, but what they'll do, now here's the spin. Here's the Dr. Spin move. Here's the Dr. Twist move CDCR will do. What? They say 57 homicides and since McCumber. So what they'll do is they'll make it look like all those are because of us GP. And I know for a fact at least 20 of them were off S&Y yards. So that would not be true, but they'll try to present it to the public that way. They will. And last year, baby girl, me and you spoke about it. I spoke about it to y'all right here when the Ninth Circuit did that shit on the Asker settlement and stopped Claudia Wilkins from oversight on how confidential information is used and testing the reliability of confidential information. They stopped all that. I seen the writing on the wall right then and there. Boom. They're going to do something to overturn this. They're going to put that lipstick on that pig that's red. They're going to change it to orange, back to purple, and they're going to shuffle the deck, and they're going to do something again. I knew it. I seen it. I told my friends, this is what they're doing. Why would you want to stay in a state prison system? They're about to reverse everything on us, man. That's why I did not want to stay in this fucking corrupt system. It's you got degenerates in Sacramento running the system headquarters, CDCR headquarters. How fucking dare they call me a goddamn criminal? How dare they?
Well, they're the criminals.
And yet, they're the ones, they are the criminals. They just ain't getting caught. They're playing it. They're playing it, folks. I'm telling you now. They're fucking playing it. And they're playing with real life human beings in concrete boxes who don't have nothing. You know, a lot of these guys don't have my baby girl to help them or someone likewise, right?
Right.
And I know this. And this is why I don't just fight for myself. You know, I fight for myself and others. You know, what my wife does, for me, it affects everybody obliquely, you know, or head on, or indirectly, or directly, whatever. It affects everybody.
Overall.
Right.
Just like every other advocate, and there's just not enough of us. There's just not enough of us willing to speak out and get loud and be confrontational. Doesn't have to be ugly confrontational, but it has to be a face off. You got to be willing to stand up and speak your voice.
Pound the table, folks. Pound the table. Pound the table. Demand. Yell. I mean, raise your voice on these motherfuckers.
Even if it shakes. Even if your voice shakes, you gotta speak your mind.
You got to. Even if you gotta yell, you know, help us get this going, man. It's time to turn this thing around. You know, we gotta fight together. We have to. We have to fight together because that's how you're gonna win this. Like we did in the hunger strikes. We came together and we got to do this again, folks. We have to. The power is in the public's collective voice. Trust me. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. And Hector's right as far as they're going to put us back in this damn shoe. I see it coming. I've seen it coming. I see it coming. And when they got the Asker settlement out of the way, and that cleared the pathway for Sacramento to start playing these fucking games with this confidential snitch information again. And I was like, oh, hell no. So that's why I took the deal, too. That and what Kevin Steele said, and there's a few other reasons that came into play. And had I known, and I did rely on many of the prosecution's assurances in court, in motions that he filed, and in my plea agreement, and to my attorneys in inducing me to plead guilty were not true. I would have never given up my rights to a jury trial, ever. And so that's, look, I want my trial, folks, and that's the bottom line. I want my trial. Prosecutor's scared to go to trial with me because he knows I will unleash everything I know about their corrupt system, boy. They're in trouble. Hold headquarters accountable, folks.
Careful,
fight with us, fight alongside of us.
Be careful.
What?
Just be careful.
What?
Yeah,
I'm unleashing all this shit. I did in my videos already. You know?
Yeah, I guess it's already all out there. 99.9% of it.
Yeah. Well, there's other shit I won't talk about, and I say it every time. I won't talk about. I won't cross the lines. If I can write it in 602, put it in a motion, a lawsuit, on a declaration, I'll talk about it.
Right.
Hey, that's it. But my prison life in here, our stuff, our politics, our shit in prison, nah, ain't gonna do it. I won't do it. The whys, the hows, the whats, the nuts and bolts, ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, and if you're listening to that stuff from somebody else, 9 times out of 10, it's mostly bullshit.
Right. Thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, baby girl. I appreciate the yank of the chain. I really do. Because I was getting ready to get off into it. But yeah, folks, this is a call to action, man. It's a call to action, you know. The laws are for the rich, written by the rich, and it's all meant for them to get their little couple years while the poor guy gets a shit sandwich and a couple life terms. Right, babe?
Right. It makes no sense.
And then we don't get a chance at reform. We don't get a chance at real rehabilitation. That's only for snitches and F's and Y's and chomos and homos and rapos.
Yeah, it's a little weird, though. I thought it was a little weird how that Ron Broomfield...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
How Ron Broomfield just kind of like nailed you to the floor there. It was like, You don't know that. We've already decided your fate.
Right.
We've already decided...
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, no, you're going to homicide camp. You're going to get homicide off.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Now, when he did that, like I said, he didn't give a fuck what I say. It was already predetermined. I know the difference. I've been in this rodeo for 30 years. I know what's going on.
All right.
Let me call back.
So corrupt, folks. So corrupt. I'm going to try to make this next call the last one. So if you got any questions or comments, put it in the chat, and I'll be sure that Brant gets it before we're done with the evening. We should be calling back here any minute. I'm really glad y'all showed up. It always makes it a little nicer when we got friends in the wings. All right.
Okay.
Well, I just asked the folks to, if they have questions or comments, to go ahead and give them to us. And
shoot them. Yeah. What's crack-a-lacking out there in TSOA land? Stowe, I send mine, bro. Outlaw, man, I send mine. You know, you guys know I do. Everybody, fucking it's not fair, honest, effective justice system at all, folks. It's just not, man. It's a shame too. Mm-hmm. It's a shame because a lot of good youngsters get fucked off and ground under. Mm-hmm. It's like a bone grinding machine. They grind us under, and they don't stop. They keep on, keeping on, and keeping on. And, you know, why not create an environment for everybody that is focused on reform and rehabilitation?
Yeah, most people who are in prison are dysfunctional, not bad. They're dysfunctional. They got a bad start. They got an unfair start. They need a do-over. They just need to have their thought process arranged to a more healthier lifestyle. And it's amazing how much people will heal when you support them. Not enable them.
Absolutely.
Not enable them. Support them.
Yeah. Hey, then when you're here, when you hear they use these mental games and psychological warfare, like all them 1030s I got off that 1 yard in Salinas,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like somebody went around with a bullhorn telling everybody on the yard 5 days after I was in the hole. Just boom, and Ronnie seen it.
Mm-hmm.
The fellas here seen it. I showed them every document I got about this one trip.
They made sure everybody knew, right? They made sure everybody
They made sure everybody heard what the dude had to say on a bullhorn, man. Like I said, man, in my other videos, 5, maybe 10, okay. I get it, they probably mixing it up, they're playing games with it. But 50 fucking 1030s off your yard, Jack. You were running your mouth. You didn't have the position. You weren't even nobody. You were nobody. And you were running your fucking mouth and you being exposed. We got you. We see what you guys did. It's obvious. And so not only, folks, you got to fight the system, you got to fight dudes who are always trying to grab a hold of something or trying to do this, trying to do that, and they're working with squad or working with IGI on the back end. And, I mean, you got a fucked up system here in CDCR, man. You really do.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not fair and humane. You can bet that. No. The staff. Then you get these staff members that just poke and prod and lie and twist and manipulate. You manipulate and you manipulate. And then they stick their hand in that lion's cage and that hand comes back and it ain't got no finger.
Oh, no, that picture, that dude had to fight to keep the rest of his hand and his arm back. He was lucky that he only lost a finger. He was lucky.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, that's a video.
Call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's
what I'm talking about.
That thumbnail was stills from a video. It was like, come on, dude. Even his friends are like, no, don't go over there. It's like
what a dumbass.
If you have to cross a bar to go to a chain link fence to antagonize a lion, you're
crazy.
You probably should wear a helmet and have a guide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, man. You should get one of them big old Jack in the Box helmets that Jack wears on his commercial when he plays football. That shit cracks me up. Yeah, anyway, well, folks, man, we're going to wind this one down. I hope you guys are well, man, and just, let's push this thing, man. Fucking silence is enabling their corruption. It's your tax dollars they're using to torture me and fellas similar situated. And you have a right to demand change. You have a right to demand accountability from those in a position of power. You do. And, this shit with Ron Broomfield, if you guys sent letters of advocation for me on my behalf to Ron Broomfield or emails, hey, I say resend them. Let's send some more. Like, I'm not going to stop. Let's send some more. If you will, please resend that same email again to the same people you sent them to before, if you did. And let's do this again. Because it can't hurt nothing. It's 5 minutes of your time to make a difference. So I say let's resend them emails, man. And shake them up. And let's let them know you're not going nowhere. Hello, Mr. Broomfield, we're not going nowhere. What about the California model for Brant? What about rehabilitation for Brant? He wants to see his mom and he wants to see his wife. Can't do it going down there. That's a shoe term painted under the geist of a couple other letters. It's just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck yeah, man. Baby girl, you see any questions, comments there?
No, it got real quiet, but we do have people here, so they're definitely listening to us, and we appreciate
Right on, man. Well, hey, man, as long as they're listening, I'm doing my job.
Right.
I'm doing my job. I told my wife earlier, folks, I think this is our calling, man. I felt it a while back. Because a lot of us don't do this, right? A lot of us, we don't do this shit on this internet. But I remember the power of our voices, on what's being done to us, Americans in boxes. Americans are doing this to Americans in boxes. And I remember the power of our voices when we were using the California Prison Focus papers, Prison Legal News, the Bay View to be heard. And I'm fortunate that I got this outlet here and this platform to be heard, and I wish other people would join the fight instead of using the platform for nonsense.
Yeah, it's really sad too. Ever since the death of Ed Mead, that outlet doesn't exist. I mean, I think the publication still does, but it's not anything what it was, and that's a terrible thing.
Right. Yep, it really is. It really is, man. Fucking, so, hey, man, y'all, you guys know I say my best, and the time is now, man. The time is now. This is a call to action. We're thinking of starting a website somehow. You guys got any ideas, man? Pitch them in. Let's get this thing going. I think we start a website or something where everybody can come to that has prisoner family members, loved ones in prison, and voice theirs, right? Voice theirs. We can come together. Like I was telling my bro, Ron.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Like I was telling them, if we got 10,000 GP on these lines, if we can just get 3,000 people or 1,000 people together, unite this fight and demand accountability from the higher-ups at headquarters of CDCR Sacramento, that reform and rehabilitation and justice for all, not just a selected few with character defects on SNY yards.
Right.
Not just them. Not just them. Because that's not rehabilitation just because they're over there, man.
With their character defects. No. As their
character
rehabilitation.
Defects. Right.
Now,
absolutely. So
I believe that we can create a coalition, a network at every prison of members of society, family members of prisoners, and concerned citizens that live in those towns to create a watchdog and demand 100% accountability and transparency with the blessing
accountability
with the blessing of something that can get past the corruption so that we can shine a light on the truth. I believe that there are people out there with integrity who want to participate in something like this, who will not fall victim to the corruptive ways, because we've seen agencies like CCHCS turn completely from a watchdog to an affiliate. I mean, not even an affiliate now; it's a branch. It's like
now it's one of them. Now it's a part of them. They got morphed into it.
So how is it that we're having any accountability shown? I mean, I've past shows shown you so many opportunities for them to milk the system even further in their in-house purchases and sales of necessities that looks an awful lot like money laundering to me.
It is. Yeah. No, but here's the thing. The more people that get involved in this and start demanding, and here's receipts. Why not give some receipts, man?
All of them. Every
give
single
some receipts to where your money's going, right? Demand it.
Receipts aren't good enough. Receipts aren't good enough with things like Calpia is providing, and yet there's no checks and balances as to why they're not having an open trade. I don't understand. Why is there a monetary trade in house? That makes no sense to me.
Right.
And why is there not? Why is there not in-house food production at all institutions, especially the ones that are in the farmlands, which most of them are?
Right. Yep. Exactly.
It makes no sense. They're wasting money on shit. Go buy some fucking watering and irrigate some farmland. I mean, come on.
We can get every prison and have groups at every prison designated, but we all come to one website and report and talk and advise each other, support each other. No drama, but pure support for the man in the box that is in the prison system going through torture and the test of his life. And I think we can do this. Like a page of it would be for the medical stuff. Like everybody can give each other advice on and how the best to go about helping their loved one in need of medical stuff or need of medical procedures. This is the idea we've been thinking, me and my wife, about, I believe it can be done. I believe it can be done. And if we have just 10,000 GP left on these lines, half families, I'm sure, man, families, loved ones alike, that should and want to participate for the better of their loved one that's in prison.
That part right there, more than anything.
Right. Yeah. And it can be done. It's not hard, and we just got to do it.
Right. It's not enough to support your loved one. You also have to watch the institution and make sure that they're not doing exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Right. And don't fall for their trickery, because they're going to do it. They're going to try to dissuade you. They're going to try to throw you off their tracks with lies, deceit, foolery, calumny, slander, all types of shit. These are the big bad wolves. We got to send them back to the chute. No, they're not.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
There's never been a
time. They're protected children.
There's never been a time I've communicated with the prison where I had everything completely minimized, disregarded, dismissed. Oh, we're going to do a long one tonight, I guess. All right, he'll be calling back. Yeah, no, always. Even, I think there was one PIO that was straight with me. And, it made me sad when he decided to leave and go somewhere to another department because he believed me. I didn't call just to harass the situation. I called because there's a problem. And he always came straight to me, at me, whatever. He was always straight with me. Can't say that with any of the others.
My bad.
All right.
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
Okay, so, yeah, folks, that's where we're at tonight. It's Tuesday night. I wanted to do this on Wednesday, but I couldn't wait no more, man. I had to answer my parents, I ain't gonna lie. So, baby girl, we got any last comments before we wrap it up?
No, I think we've traumatized the public already enough.
No.
With the truth. It's pretty traumatic. I mean, come on. I know if I heard this for the first time, I'd be like, what the heck?
what the hell am I here? I know that's the bizarre thing. That's the fucked up thing. But yeah, it's true. Man, we'll finish this call out and then we'll end it. And folks, we're going to finish this call out and then we'll end this thing. So if you got questions or last comments, shoot them. But, yeah, man, I think Hector was on to something when he put that out there.
I gotta chill. I gotta chill when I was hearing what he was saying, because it was like, man.
Yeah, we've been saying this. I've been telling everybody this. Ever since the Ninth Circuit rule last year, I've been telling people, holy shit, they just undid all our work. Mm-hmm. Sure, they kept the validation process, their new process, right? Yeah, that's intact. But how they use confidential material is not. It's not. It's all undone. It's all fucking fucked up again. And that was why we needed the attorneys to ride this thing till we couldn't ride it no more.
Well, and then even after they gave up, didn't they admit, we gave ourselves permission to lie and make shit up? Like, did the attorneys even catch any of that while they were still on board? I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sure they did, yes, according to our friend. She said they all heard it. She said they all heard what CDCR bragged about. Yeah, we lie. Yeah, we falsify.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's not part of this. Wait, that's not part of this case, Your Honor. Yeah, sue us. Who cares?
All right. No problem. We'll sue you. Think we won't? Mm-hmm. And I hope y'all join on this bandwagon, because this is as big deal as like the 5 agreements. This was the 6th agreement we didn't realize needed to be made.
Right. Yep. This is like they know if somebody does file a lawsuit, which we got several lawsuits going. It's going to take 2 to 6 years to adjudicate, and to play out the lawsuit, litigate basically, and so, and in that time, they're going to do all this dumb shit. They're going to play all this dumb crap they do, and that's how they do it. That's how it goes in this fucking bitch, man. And then, they want to give guys like the Menendez brothers another shot to go home, right? But not me. Not me. That's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit.
It is.
That's bullshit. Right?
Considering...
all I did was ask for this prosecutor to keep his fucking word, man. He couldn't even do that. He couldn't even honor what he said. He couldn't even get it done. And, I want my trial, and I want my fair shake. And I have a right to have a fucking...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I have a right to a jury trial, point blank, period. Locked and loaded. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a wrap. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys up to date. If I hear anything from now until then, you guys will be the first to know. Me and baby girl will do a shorty or a video and let y'all know what's cracky-lacking up in this world, man, that they try to cover up so much,
Yeah.
They try to cover it up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of the cops, right? They're not even happy with what's going on in the system. And like the ones that took me to court today, they were like, "Fuck, Daniel, this shit is tore up, dude. They spent all this money on you, and they can't even get it right, man." But look, they go, look. There was 10 city homeless people all up under the highway. The underbridge, the overpass. And all them people, with just $1 million of what they spent on this case on me, they could probably give all them people a motel room for 6 months each,
At least.
I was like, God damn, why not do something like that? Why not do something like that to help people that are in need,
Well, I
You know,
think
you
with
wanna raise
with what happened in Asheville, we're pretty clear helping people in need was not what our government does anymore, which is
No,
tragic.
right,
Absolutely
right,
tragic. You know, and I think
yeah.
about these situations, it's like, what are we electing?
Mhm. Right, yeah. And you know, I won't get off into the politics of this much, but when you have Trump in office and they use the justice system as a political weapon against him for shit that they've done on the opposite side for years.
Mm-hmm.
Same guys that Hillary Clinton was responsible for all them dead Americans, but it got covered up and she didn't get charges pressed. You know, when they politicize and use the justice system as a weapon, I mean, god damn, man. That is fucking disgusting.
Well, it seems like they've been doing it to the poor.
But they'll let a child molester go home after 10 years on his second or third term. They'll let somebody that does a highway shooting, that guy we talked about before.
Right, 90 years and got off after 10 or 15,
right.
Yep.
Right. Since him in 90 years, he'll do 10 and go home.
After
three
separate incidences of shooting at traffic on the freeway, harming people, random, innocent people.
Right, at random, man.
And they let him go.
Just shooting indiscriminately at people that didn't do nothing to him. Like, that is the most vile shit.
Yep.
Ah, damn, man, the system is tore up, folks.
Yep.
It's time to fucking pound the table. Pound the table.
Yep.
So, well, hell, man, we'll go ahead and end this one, folks. You know, I send them on to the worthy Tim K, Advocate Gunner, everybody, Chaos, whoever's listening, I send my love and respects, man. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate your support, your help, your time, your ear, all that, and hearing the truth. Outlaw, I send mine. Bro, Stowe, I send mine, of course. Hope you guys are well out there in TSOA land, man, and we will always spit the truth, and we will always be straight up and expose what they're doing. I don't talk boogeyman stories or nothing like that here. Not here. So with that said, baby girl, let's end this thing. I send mine to the worthy. The worthy, you know who you are. Stay solid, my friends, and let's keep pushing forward at all costs.
Yeah.
The man changed. The time is now.
Yeah, and if you want to get a hold of us privately, there's a couple of accounts on the description of this video, or our email is solidbehindblueeyes@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. You all have a really wonderful night, and take care, and be well. Thank you.